Hello, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Farhad Janahi. I'm a doctor consultant at Mediclinic City Hospital. I'm a urologist, so I deal anything with urine. So my specialty is kidney surgeries, and also I do kidney transplant. Um, Today I'll be talking to you the importance of kidney, and I'm going to give you some advice. In order to know about, what we can do for healthy kidneys, I'm just going to give you an overview. What is a kidney? Okay, and what are the function of the kidneys? And then I'm going to tell you about diseases that a person get in their kidneys. So first of all, we have two kidneys, and the kidneys are, if you can see from this diagram here, are in the back. Okay. In fact, kidneys are in the chest cavities. They are protected the way God has created us. So the kidneys are protected by the ribs. They are not in the abdomen cavity. Okay. So they are actually in the chest cavity to be protected from any injuries. What are the function of the kidney? So the kidney has three main functions. One is excretion of toxin and excess water. So in the body, once we take some food that has some toxins, that liver try to separate those toxins, okay? And then the kidney gets rid of the toxins. Also, we drink a lot of water, and water, it comes out with the toxins, and that becomes urine. Okay, it is a regulatory organ, so it regulates blood pressure, fluid balance, okay, and acid-base balance, and some kind of very important elements of electrolytes. Also, it is a gland that secretes hormones, such as hormone to produce blood, vitamin D activation. So these are very important. Vitamin D is very important for bones. To have a healthy bones, we need vitamin D, and that is produced by kidneys, okay? Blood production, when we have blood, that is one of the main hormones that come from the kidney. So someone who has kidney failure has many problems, okay? That's why kidneys are very important organs. Now, what can go wrong? I made it very simple for you. Okay, so there are three diseases that a person can get in their kidneys. One is kidney stones. Okay, I'm sure you know about kidney stone. The other one is kidney tumors. And the third one is kidney failure, or what we call chronic kidney disease. These are the people that the kidney is not functioning. The three functions that I told you, if a disease, kidney get some diseases, it causes the kidney not to produce hormones, not to excrete waste, and not excrete water from the body. I'm going to go through each one of them, okay? Kidney stones, how do we know we have kidney stone? A kidney stone doesn't cause any symptoms, okay? But once it drops, it comes to the tube that connects the kidney to the bladder that causes severe pain. And we say the worst pain that a man can get is a kidney stone pain. Of course, a worse pain that a woman can get is labor pain. Okay, so pain, if the stone moves and blocks the kidney, sometimes you may get blood in the urine or urinary tract infection. Okay, stones can get and then can cause infection, and most of the time is incidental. You go to your doctor and they do a scan for something else, and they say, well, you have a kidney stones. So sometimes they have no symptoms. How we diagnose it? We do X-rays and CT scan, as you can see here. What advice I give you? You need to drink at least 2 liters of urine to prevent forming kidney stones. If anyone has kidney stones, they have to drink 2.5 liters of fluids. Okay. Also, the second most important advice is to reduce salt intake in your diet. Okay. If you're working outside, outdoor, you sweat, you need to drink more. Even if you're working indoor, especially in the summer, we lose a lot of fluids being indoor in the air condition. Okay. So very important, if you want to save yourself from getting a kidney stone, make sure you drink at least 2 liters of water and reduce salt intake. The second disease is kidney tumors. How do we know? Again, there is no pain. Like most of the tumor in the body, pain is not there. So I always tell my patient, if you have pain, it's a good sign. That means it's not a tumor. Tumor doesn't cause pain because tumor grows very, very, very slowly. So it doesn't press anything quickly to cause pain. Why we get pain? Once it presses. Okay. So the pain is not there, but a patient can complain of blood in the urine or urinary tract infection. Okay. Or it can be no symptoms at all. Someone goes for a checkup and they do a scan and they found out most of the patient, 80% of the patient that they come to me with kidney tumor, they have done a scan for something else. Okay, they went for a checkup and they found out that they have a tumor in the kidney. My general advice to you not to get kidney tumors, okay? Avoid smoking and have a healthy lifestyle. Reduce your weight, reduce fatty food, okay? This prevents one of the prevention of getting all type of tumors, actually, not only kidney tumors, okay? So stop smoking if you are smoking. Then we talk about kidney failure or chronic kidney disease, okay? Someone who has chronic kidney disease, they go through different stages. How many percent of the kidney is failing? At the end of the day, number 5 is called end-stage kidney disease. Someone who's in end-stage kidney disease is gonna die. Okay, because they have no kidney function. You remember, their body cannot get rid of toxins, body is not producing enough hormones. So the only way they can live is either by dialysis or getting a kidney transplant. So this is what we try to prevent to get into the end stage kidney disease. What are the causes of kidney failure or chronic kidney disease? In this region, the main causes in adults, poorly controlled diabetes and high blood pressure. Unfortunately, high blood pressure doesn't cause any pain. And I have patients that they come and they have complete kidney failure that we have to either transplant them or to start immediate dialysis. So high blood pressure doesn't cause any pain. So very important to check your blood pressure. If you're diabetic, or if you don't know you're diabetic and your sugar is very high, slowly the high sugar affects the kidney and destroys the kidney cells. So end-stage kidney disease, a person cannot live unless either they do dialysis. We have 2 types of dialysis, hemodialysis or peritoneal dialysis, or they get a kidney transplant. In the UAE, a person can get a kidney transplant either through a living person, one of their relatives donates a kidney to them, or we put their name on the list to get a kidney from someone who has passed away. So if you don't have kidney function, then you have to what we call renal replacement therapy. So it's either kidney transplant or dialysis. Dialysis is horrible. Okay, it is a person have to come to the hospital 3 times a week. Okay, each time for 4 hours. They cannot work, they cannot go to school if they are children. Okay, so they cannot be productive and they get sicker and sicker unless they get a kidney transplant. So this is hemodialysis, a kidney transplant where we place a healthy kidney into someone who doesn't have any kidney function. Okay, and as I said, either from a living related person, okay, one of their loved ones, or we put their name into a list that the person who died, they can get a kidney transplant. Kidney transplant, when we do a kidney transplant, so this a person who have a kidney transplant, they have, in fact, they have three kidneys, their own kidneys and the new kidney, which comes lower down, as you can see here. Okay, so we don't remove the non-functioning kidneys unless they have a tumor or stones. This is a kidney after we have removed from a body. It has a lot of fat around it, okay? And this fat is protecting the kidney. And then we implant it into the new person body. And as you can see, it's full of blood. And this is a beautiful kidney that is going to function. Why we do kidney transplant? By the way, Mediclinic City Hospital did the first kidney transplant. Our results are really good, and our number of patients who need transplant, unfortunately, is increasing, and we are doing more and more kidney transplantation. So why transplant? Is better survival, better quality of life, and it is cheaper. Okay, so dialysis, if someone on dialysis have 17 times fold of being dying compared to person who doesn't have who's not on dialysis. Dialysis does only 10% function of kidney, because many other function of the kidney dialysis machine does not do. Okay, dialysis is cheaper and improves quality of life. For children, if they don't have a kidney function, their growth, you remember I told you about the bone disease, okay? Kidney is very important for healthy bones, so they cannot grow. Socially, a child on dialysis, the parents are always with that child, especially mothers, always in the hospital, so they don't see the other children, so affect the whole a dynamic of a family. Okay, they cannot go to school, they cannot travel. Okay, it's very funny, we take for granted when we drink water. A person who has no kidney function, if they drink water, they're gonna swell up. So imagine a child is thirsty and you cannot give them water, and it affects the whole family, not only that child. Why we need transplantation? Unfortunately, not many people have donors. So we have to rely on people who die. And for that, we need a strong public support. Okay, we need to have awareness. We need to, unfortunately, many of the insurance don't cover transplantation. In City Hospital, we have funding from government and charity, and we do it free of charge. Also, we need to educate and train people about organ donation. Okay, this is our duty. In general, if you don't want to get a kidney disease, okay, avoid smoking, have a healthy lifestyle, drink plenty of fluids, and do annual checkup for diabetes and blood pressure, because these two are the main cause of kidney failure. Also, in the UAE, you can register your wish to become a donor in case you die. You can go through the Ministry of Health and Prevention, and they have an app called Hayat, and you can, express your wish to be a donor. When we die, they're gonna bury us or they're gonna burn us, okay? And what a beautiful death if 5 or 6 people live because of your organs. We take the 2 kidneys, we take the liver, we take the heart, we take the lungs. Okay, so I never forget the first kidney transplant that we did in this hospital. The person who received the kidney, she's a Muslim, and she said they don't know who was the donor, but they have done so much charity work for the name of the donor, for that donor. Okay, and she says, 5 times a day when I pray for my donor, because the only reason I'm alive, I have a good quality of life, is because of my donor. So I encourage all of you to talk to your family and tell them that you're going to be a donor, okay? Because when we die, we are gone. What remains is our good deed. And one of the best things you can do is, when we die, our organ can save other people's life. These are the 2 children who received the kidney from a person who died, with His Highness Sheikh Nahyan. This girl, she couldn't walk before. Now she dances and she's going to school. This girl's grown up and she's nearly finishing school now. So that's all from me. I'm happy to answer any questions if you have.
No, Doc. So I'll read out the question for you, Doc.
Yeah.
Uh, Doc, if you could touch base on the differences between kidney stones types, especially oxalates.
Okay, very good. I think this person who's asking question had kidney stones. So 85% of the kidney stones are made of something called calcium oxalate. In the past, I mean by 20 years ago, anyone who had calcium oxalate, because all stones, they have calcium inside, they used to tell don't avoid dairy products. That is not true. In fact, we tell them to take moderate amount of dairy products. What's not good is oxalate. Oxalate, we don't need it. Calcium, we need it. Body needs calcium. So a person get kidney stone, even though they have a calcium stone, still they can take dairy products and calcium. Oxalate is something that we don't need, and that's one of the main cause. 85% of the stone is made of oxalate. Okay. Oxalate is abundant in kiwi, strawberry, lentils, nuts, tomato. So anyone who has calcium oxalate, they need to reduce it. Okay, not to avoid completely. You can have salad that has tomato, but don't have a lot of tomato. Don't have a lot of spinach. Don't have a lot of kiwi. Okay, and the main factor, as I told you, is drinking a lot of water, because all the stones, they start at a tiny little, like a sand. Okay, if you drink a lot of water, you're gonna wash your kidney, and that sand will never become stone. And reduce salt. Salt is a silent killer. It's much worse than sugar, in my opinion, because it causes high blood pressure, it causes kidney stone, and it can cause kidney failure. So drink plenty of water and reduce salt intake.
Doc, is there any issue drinking more water, such as 3 to 4 liters?
There is no problem at all. If you have a good kidney function, 3 liters is perfect.
What is a kidney tumor?
So a kidney tumor is a mass. It can be benign or it can be cancerous. And what I meant by kidney tumor in this discussion is kidney cancer.
Doc, if someone has kidney transplant, what is the lifespan of that person?
So someone who has a kidney transplant, they can have a normal lifespan. Okay. The kidney transplant, the actual kidney may work anywhere between 15 to 25 years, okay? And then they need another kidney transplant. But with the normal kidney function, someone who has a kidney transplant, they have almost equal lifespan of someone who doesn't have a kidney transplant. But someone who's in dialysis, their lifespan is reduced by up to 40%.
How much water should someone drink a day? How often, before or after food?
Okay, that's a very good question. So in general, if you can drink about 2 liters to 2.5 liters is excellent. Before food or after food, okay? No problem. You can drink before food or after food. It doesn't make any difference. Or with food. So there is a myth if you drink before or, it doesn't help with digestion. That's not true. You can drink water before, during food, and after food. But if you drink before food, it makes you full, so you eat less. Obesity is a major issue in this region. So I drink my water all the time. I have it in my office and my clinic. And don't drink suddenly a bottle of water. Take sips. Make a habit every time you go, like a coffee, drink sips. And by the end of the day, you drank your 2 liters. I advise you not to drink before going to bed. Otherwise, you keep waking up to go to toilet, and that's not good. So I advise you to drink during the day, and in the evening, reduce the amount of fluid you take.
Do creatinine level gives us the kidney condition good or not? Okay, so the question is not framed well. So is creatinine level the right indication whether the kidney is functioning well or not?
That's a very good question. So creatinine is one of the marker for kidney function. Is a good marker, okay? Someone who has a normal creatinine most likely has a good kidney function, but it's not perfect. You know, someone could lose half of the kidney function and still have a normal kidney function, okay? But it's a good test for a screening, for a checkup. I think creatinine is very good.
The next question is related to the impact of smoking, alcohol on kidneys.
So smoking is really bad, okay? Because smoking, you know, it causes hardening of the arteries. It causes high blood pressure, hardening arteries in all around, including your heart. And in the kidneys also, it can cause increased pressure on the kidney and can lead to kidney failure. Alcohol in moderation is not bad for the kidney. It's okay. I mean, if you are non-Muslim, you're drinking in moderate, there is no problem. Okay, but smoking is absolutely bad.
What are the common causes of kidney diseases?
The common cause of kidney disease is diabetes and high blood pressure. Uncontrolled diabetes and uncontrolled high blood pressure.
What is the actual creatinine level which says kidney is functioning well?
So the creatinine, you know, we have different, usually if it should be below 120. And for this, you go to your doctor, you do a blood test, a creatinine level, and then the doctor is going to explain to you if your doctor is happy with this level, do you need more tests or no? So this is, I advise you, all of you, at least once a year, do a creatinine check.
In case of kidney failure, what food is recommended and what food is not recommended?
Okay, that's again very important question. So kidney does a lot of work, okay? And someone who has kidney failure, okay, unfortunately, you know, the kidney is a filter, so it gets rid of the toxins and it prevents excreting blood and protein. So anyone who has a kidney failure, we advise them there is a special diet, the kidney diet, and that is mainly reducing salt in the diet, no salt, and take very little protein in the diet.
If born with one kidney, is the person in more danger than others?
Absolutely not. A person can live a normal life with one kidney. In fact, in this hospital, at Mediclinic City Hospital, we do kidney transplant. We take a kidney from one of the relative of a patient that doesn't have a kidney function. We take one from a healthy relative and we give it to another person. And that person, the donor, can live a normal life completely. We need only one kidney. And I always tell my patient, God has given us an extra kidney. We only need one kidney, okay? And a person who gets kidney failure, not because if they had 3 kidneys, they still get, because the disease that attacks the kidney is diabetes, high blood pressure, diabetes and high blood pressure. And no matter how many kidneys we have, it's going to be attacked. And they don't know about it because it doesn't cause any pain and the kidney fails. But a person who has one kidney, they know they have only one kidney, especially if they donated a kidney, they can have a complete normal life, okay? And in fact, we say a person who has one kidney, especially a donor, they live longer. If there are 2 people, one donates a kidney, same age, 2 brothers, 2 twins, okay? One person donates a kidney and the other one doesn't donate. The one that donates a kidney live longer. Why? Because these people, they know they have one kidney, they watch their blood pressure, they watch what they are eating, they go to the doctor. Anyone who donate, we regularly check them. So they never get they don't get all this diabetes and high blood pressure. A person who has two kidneys, they say, I have two kidneys. They eat anything, they drink anything, they abuse, they don't go to the doctor. So there are research that the person with one kidney, person who knows that has one kidney, has lived longer than a person who has two kidneys.
Doc, can you explain a little bit about the PUVs in kids and how it can impact on the kidney health of those kids when they grow up?
Mhm. So PUV stands for posterior urethral valve. I'm sure the person who is asking, they may have a child who has this condition. It's a rare condition that the baby is born with some abnormality that the urine goes back to the kidney. Okay, so the urine doesn't come out, and these babies, they need immediate surgery. Unfortunately, sometimes they are diagnosed late, and the back pressure of urine destroys the kidney, and they end up with kidney failure. Unfortunately, I have some patients who have this condition, and if they are treated early, we can prevent them getting kidney failure. Unfortunately, if they get treated late, then they end up on dialysis and they will need kidney transplant. So these babies, they need to be seen in a specialized center and to deal with this posterior urethral valve.
What are the initial symptoms of this PUVs, Doc, so that parents are watchful?
Okay, so basically this, and it's usually happening in boys, by the way. It's always happening in boys, not girls. These boys, they are not peeing. Okay, and actually the first couple, it depends the severity. Some of them, they have no pain at all, no urine, and some of them, they have a little bit of urine. And when the baby is born, they usually check the babies, and or if they get infection, any baby who gets an infection in the urine, they need to be checked for many of the disease, including posterior urethral valve.
Doc, how about if anyone has a low blood pressure, what are the factors to look to keep the kidneys healthy?
Low blood pressure. Low blood pressure is a good thing for the kidneys. Okay, so anyone who has a low blood pressure, that's a good thing. High blood pressure is bad for kidneys. Low blood pressure, not extremely low. I mean, if they can walk and they have low blood pressure, it's good thing.
Doc, nowadays there is a lot of diets in place, which is keto diets, high protein diet, and in fact there is a use of protein powder also. So do you think somewhere there is an impact on the kidneys? I would want
Absolutely.
you to talk first about the keto diet because that ultimately is ketone and it is excreted through the kidney. That's what my
Yes,
understanding is.
yes, yes. So it's very important, no matter what diet you go to, okay, make sure you see a nutritionist, and any nutritionist before advising you on what diet to go on, okay, because keto diet is a very high protein diet, and it can potentially affect the kidney function, okay. My general advice is if you are on a high protein diet, okay, not per se keto diet, but if you are on a high protein diet, it's very important that you drink plenty of water, okay? Otherwise, you can get kidney stones, kidney failure. So it's very important before you go on any diet, do a checkup for your kidneys.
Doc, do you want to put something specifically for ISO protein powder after workout? Will it affect the kidney function?
And not really. If that person has a normal kidney function, there is no problem to take protein after workout. There are different brands. The only thing I tell you is make sure the brand you're buying is a good brand. You buy it locally. A lot of online brands, they add other stuff. It's not only the protein. Sometimes they may add steroids, and it become popular because your friend may tell you, I bought this protein online, and since then my muscles are getting bigger, I look better. And many of them, from experience, I'm telling you that the patient I've seen, those brands that they're not famous brands, they may add other stuff that give you a bulk muscle, but they added other stuff. So if you're buying, buy locally, or if you're buying online from a good supplier, not anywhere that is advertised and this is the best protein, it give you muscles, you look better. So very important what you take and what you buy. Okay. My advice to you, if you're taking, get some advice from a nutritionist before you purchase any of these. I have a horror story from people who bought online, not only kidney failure, they had liver failure. They put some really steroid with a very high dose, that can cause even liver failure. I mean, I have one patient who bought something online, okay, without advice of any doctors, just he heard that his friend has taken. If I take something, my body reacts different than someone else. So it's very important. You don't say that, oh, my friend took this protein online. We don't know if it is, a good producer, how it was produced, what are the content, because sometimes they don't write everything, what is the content, especially the companies who are not well known.
Next question is, my mother had kidney disease and she died of heart failure. Is there any direct relation between chronic kidney disease and heart failure?
Absolutely, absolutely. Unfortunately, so heart is a pump that pump the blood. If the kidney is not excreting urine, there will be more and more pressure on the heart. So one of the most of the people, unfortunately, kidney disease, they die of heart failure. Okay, because the kidney is not getting rid of the extra water that we drink.
Doc, high blood pressure means what range can it affect the kidney? Because see, we see a lot of population suffering from high blood pressure. About 80 to 90% take the hypertension medicine. So this is definitely of concern that what is the range of blood pressure which
Yeah,
affects
very good,
kidney.
very good. So blood pressure, whenever you take your blood pressure, the machine give you two readings, okay? One is the higher number and one is the lower number. The higher number should be below 130 or maximum below 140. So the ideal blood pressure is below 130. And ideal lower blood pressure, it should be below 80. Okay, or maximum 90. So the blood pressure should be below 140 over 90. And ideal is 130 below and 80 below.
Doc, what is the possibility of kidney stones to form back after they are removed, and what is the reason for it to come recurrently?
Yeah. So anyone who made once a kidney stone, they have 20% more chance of getting another stone. Okay. This is the way the body is. We don't know exactly why a person who makes a stone, they make more, but this is a fact. We see patients who had once they had a stone, they're going to make more stones. And the way to prevent it, those people, they need to drink minimum 2.5 to 3 liters of water.
Doc, it usually happens in females that they control their to pass the urine frequently whenever there is an urge. Do you think there is a side effect to it? Is there after effect?
No, so going a lot to toilet, especially in females, is another problem. It's not because of the kidney, it's usually because of the bladder, and you need to see your doctor. Okay, you need to see a urologist.
Does fatty liver lead to any kind of a kidney disease?
No.
Does intermittent fasting help to reverse any problems with kidneys?
So intermittent fasting is really good because intermittent fasting, you drink a lot of water also. Um, it usually it makes your blood pressure better, cholesterol better. So in general, it's a good thing.
What are the symptoms in our body which may indicate that our kidney functions are not normal?
So um, usually, unfortunately, kidney disease doesn't have any symptoms, okay? Until the person have lost 80% of the kidney function, then they have problem. The main symptom is swelling, leg swelling, okay? That's a sign that they have kidney failure. One of the signs that they may have kidney failure. But in general, you can lose up to 80% of the kidney without any symptoms.
How to maintain a healthy kidneys?
Sorry?
How to maintain a healthy kidney?
Drink at least 2 liters of water, reduce salt intake, and check your blood pressure and diabetes, sugars.
Sorry. Do we need to take medicines if our BP is systolic 140 and diastolic 100?
Definitely yes, but you need to see your doctor.
If a diabetic has kidney issues, is it reversible if they follow a strict diet?
That's a very good question. Unfortunately, once the kidney get damaged with high sugar, it's not reversible. Kidney cannot repair, okay? And you know, people who have diabetes and eye problem, if you improve their diabetes, the eye problem improves. But unfortunately, in kidney disease, it doesn't improve. The only thing you can do with a better control, you prevent progression of the disease.
Other than medication, is there any other way to reduce creatinine levels?
By drinking water.
Are kidney health related to sleep?
Not really, no.
What are the body signs of overhydration or dehydration?
Dehydration, you will be thirsty, okay? And you'll be making very dark urine. If you are dehydrated, your urine will be much darker. Um, that's how you know you need to. Overhydration is you know, if there is no sign unless you have kidney disease that you have swelling in the limbs.
How is vegan protein, which is FDA approved, do you recommend over the other protein powders? Do you have any recommendation for vegan
I
protein?
Yeah, I think proteins are good. Okay, they're good. We need proteins. Okay, but make sure what you are buying, you know, is from a reliable source, not just from online, any company that advertise their own product. You know, there are standard companies that they make vegan protein, normal protein. These are good, but just don't buy from a small company that you don't know. Usually, if you buy from the shops here in the UAE, they have been screened, so they are the proper companies that they can sell here. And make sure if you're buying online, at least it has FDA approval.
Doc, do you have any say on people taking multivitamins, how to choose the right ones? Is there any complication of taking multivitamins?
Yeah, again, I personally take multivitamin. You can take one a day. Again, pharmacies here they have is no harm, especially if your diet is not perfect, you're not taking a lot of fruits. Better to take one multivitamins.
Doc, what is the ideal amount of water? You just said before that as much as you can. There is usually some recommendations like 11 glasses or 3 liters of water per day. So do you have any recommendations from a liter perspective?
I think anywhere between 2 to 3 liters. If you had kidney stone in the past, make it 3 liters. If you don't have kidney stone, 2 liters is perfect.
Doc, do you have any recommendations of taking or not taking coffee or tea, and does it impact the kidney health?
No, coffee is good, in fact, okay, not overdo it, like one or two coffee is no problem, or tea, there is no problem. But if someone has kidney stones, I advise them to reduce caffeine, reduce tea, because tea also has a lot of oxalate. But for a person who doesn't have any problem, okay, they get a good night's sleep, they can take one or two coffee or tea. It's very good also.
Is thyroid disease related to kidneys?
No,
Frequent urination in spite of normal sugar level, also having a glass of water to 10, 2 to 3. So, do you think, doc, frequent urination is something which the patient should go and consult a doctor to start with? And can you explain a little bit on the residual urine in the bladder?
okay. So how many times we go to toilet? The most important thing that how many times we wake up. We shouldn't wake up from sleep because the next day you'll be tired. If you're waking up more than once, consult your doctor. If you're going more than 6 times a day to toilet, consult your doctor.
Is levothyroxine tablet have any effect on the kidney?
No,
Kidney detox means getting rid of toxins only by means of drinking adequate water, or you recommend any kind of specific food or juices?
no, any type of water or food. The juices, if you're diabetic, watch because juices, they have a lot of sugar inside.
Doctor, there's a last question which is very specific, where the patient suffer with insomnia, feel some kind of a pain on the right side of back towards the lower side. Is it related to kidneys? I think you would want to see the patient first before making any recommendation.
Absolutely. Pain on that side could be many other causes. One of them is a kidney problem can be, but I would say visit your doctor.
So we will wait for another 2 minutes, Doc. We have completed all the questions so far.
Okay.
Thank you
Mhm.
so much for your informative session. We have a lot of feedback on the comment section that the session was actually very informative. I've deep dived into such a critical information, knowing that the thing which you started the session with, that the number of kidney diseases are actually increasing in UAE.
It was thank you for giving me this opportunity, and I wish everyone the best. As I said again, I'm going to repeat: make sure you drink plenty of water, reduce your salt intake, do an annual checkup for diabetes and high blood pressure.
Thank you so much, Doc. Have a nice day. Thanks everyone for joining this session. Hope you enjoyed and the session was informative for you. We'll come back with another session with a different topic. Have a nice day, everyone. Take care.
Thank you, and bye.